Hey everyone, Nick here again, back to talk about Fear the Walking Dead. This is my review of episode 10 of season 4. And this episode was an emotional powerhouse. I mean, my God. I know I always talk about the acting. Like, I'm always impressed by the acting on both of these shows, but this episode was Emmy-worthy. I'd like to start by taking back something that I had previously said, that no one would ever forgive Charlie no matter what, so giving her a redemption story arc was kind of redundant. I was wrong about that because, I mean, people aren't forgetting what she did, but it seems like people are moving on from it. It's kind of like when on the main show Carol killed Tyrese's girlfriend back at the prison. She was infected and she killed her to try and stop the spread of it. And then she told Tyrese what she did eventually, and it was obvious Tyrese was not happy with it, but he forgave her. He made sure that he would never forget, but he did forgive her. So that's kind of like what this was like for me with the fan base. People are still upset about Nick's death, and I understand why, but it does seem like some people are just sort of accepting it and moving on. I guess that also ties into the whole thing Sadiq said, "May my mercy prevail over my wrath." I love this episode because it was well written and it had just such incredible dialogue. I mean, just between the two of them, it was all good, but the speech Alicia gave when she called Charlie garbage, that whole thing was amazing. It was just so well written, so well shot also. The directing was really good, like just the angles with it. Just the whole thing was just expertly done, in my opinion. There was a part of the episode that I cut out of my reaction video because I didn't really get it at the time. But it was when Alicia found a bird, a dead bird in the fireplace. I didn't realize what it even was. My dad actually said, "Is it a bird?" And I said, "I think it's a rat," but apparently it was a bird. Talking Dead confirmed that it was a bird. And then they explained what it meant, like that it was a callback to Madison's whole thing that she said to Althea about how when they were kids, Alicia and Nick saved a bird. And when I got the explanation, I realized the full power of that scene, and in hindsight it was amazing. Now, I did have one issue with the episode, and it was something that I pointed out during my reaction video. Why do they hang around the windows with walkers right outside? I mean, I said they're gonna break through the window. And sure enough, barely 20 minutes later, there they go. Right through the window. And just, that felt a little forced for me. Like, it was just an excuse to get zombies into the house. And, you know, I thought that was not as good as it could have been. Just the rest of the episode is so good that one mistake is more glaring to me. Just because it's surrounded by so much that was amazing. Best performance in the episode, I'm just going to call it a tie. Alicia Debnam Carey and Alexa Nisenson were both amazing in this episode. I mean, I'm always impressed with Alicia's performance, but this was her best ever, in my opinion. She's had some really good ones. I mean, in the mid-season finale, her performance was really strong. When Nick died, her performance was really strong. So yeah, saying that this was her best performance ever is high praise indeed, and honestly, I think Emmy-worthy. And then as for Alexa Nisenson, I said in my reaction, she's like a mini Meryl Streep. I stand by that comment. That kid can act. I mean, it takes some serious acting skills to make you sympathize with a character who killed a main character not long after they showed up. And yes, I realize that I just accidentally described Negan, but, you know, that is a real testament to the kid's acting. I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. Again, the window thing just seemed a little forced to me, but everything else was amazing. This was a masterclass of acting. It had amazing directing, amazing writing. It was just such a strong episode. Definitely one of the best of the season so far. And that'll do it for this review, and I will see you next time.